Welcome everybody. We're going to start seated, so, and you need one block. So the theme of today's practice is, it's kind of weird, but it's overcoming a lot of sitting in chairs, or I don't know how much you sit in chairs. I know Vicky's out running around doing real estate all the time. But we do sit in chairs, and so it doesn't.
Even driving.
Anyway, so what happens when we sit in chairs a lot of times looking at a device. So your head gets forward, maybe shoulders are slumped. So anyway, so we're going to be strengthening the muscles on the back body and on the inside of our legs. So the adductors, right, on the inside. And so twists, back bends, and side bends, things like that. And yeah. So we're going to start seated because our pranayama, the breath work, needs to be done in a seated position. So just bring your awareness inside. First be comfortable and do sit with a tall, straight spine, not like this. So nice, tall spine. And just rest your hands comfortably somewhere on your lap or on your legs. And we'll just do our centering. So close your eyes, bring your awareness inside. Maybe take a just calming breath and then see what's going on. So listen to your body, bring your awareness to rest briefly on each body part or area. See where you are physically this morning. And also check in with your feeling mind, your feeling state, emotions, your mind. It's busy. I know I have like 4 different to-do lists and a lot going on. Just begin to breathe slow and deep and even. Just slow it down. Relax your face. Let your teeth come lightly apart. Jaw relax. Shoulders come down from your ears. And just lightly lengthen up through the crown of your head, just gently. So once you've got an idea of where you are, as we begin, we're going to do a pranayama called bee breath. And it's very simple. You just, and we'll all be doing a different rhythm or inhaling and exhaling. So you inhale through your nose and then keeping your lips lightly together, you just hum. So I'll kind of show you or do it for a second. So I'm going to inhale through my nose and then so you can feel the little vibration in your lips, and that is that vibration stimulates the vagus nerve, which engages your parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest, digest, and rest, digest, and restore. So it's a great breath to use in these stressful times when you need to just kind of settle down. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that bee breath for 1 minute. So anytime, so you just exhale and extend it out as long as you can, and when you need to take a breath, you inhale again and then start your exhale. Okay, so begin. Okay, then just let that pranayama go, come back to a slow, deep, even breath. And so I know some of you here are singers, and singing does the same, activates the vagus nerve and that parasympathetic nervous system, and that extending the exhale is also a calming way to breathe, so that the singing, humming, things like that are like bee breath. Okay, take a minute, or not a minute, but some time, whatever you need, to create an intention for your practice, something that you know, think why you came, what you'd like to take away, something positive. And repeat that, just store it up there in your brain to come back to if you need some focus. And we're going to start, while we're right here, we're gonna start with a little gentle twist. So, root down through your sit bones, whatever, you're on a blanket, whatever, and then lengthen up gently, like the top part of mountain pose. So lengthen your side ribs, shoulders back and down, and then lift up through the crown of your head, just slightly, no over efforting. And then on an inhale, bring both arms up, and then take your right hand to your left knee, left arm behind you, keeping the front of your body forward first. And take another inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, draw your navel in and begin to twist from your abdomen first, keeping the tall spine, and then each time you inhale, lengthen up, bring your belly in, and twist around. So the last, you're twisting from your abdomen up, shoulders. The last thing to come around is your the top of your spine, so you can look over your left shoulder or whatever feels comfortable. And your hand on your knee is just a kind of an anchor, and the same with your back hand, so don't force it. So just take a few breaths here. Inhaling, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe twist back a little more, or just stay where you are. And take 3 slow, deep, even breaths. Make sure you keep your navel pulled in. Okay, then inhale, both arms up, reach it up, and then exhale, just your hands, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you, facing forward. Take another inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull your navel in and begin to take your gaze around. Few breaths here, 3 or 4. Don't jam it, don't force it. Okay, and then as you come out, we're gonna come out from the top down. So first your gaze comes around, then your shoulders, and then your hands back. Very nice. Okay, now we're gonna come on to all fours, tabletop. So hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, fingers spread. Make a little suction cup out of your hands, the palms. Knees under your hips, tops of the feet pressing down, pressing into your knees. We're going to do a 3-part vinyasa, moving with the breath. So on an inhale, lengthen out your left leg parallel to the mat, flex your foot and toes point down. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, so kind of a cat, half cat here. And then inhale, lengthen the left leg out again, toes point down. Exhale, take your left knee out and up toward your left elbow. Inhale, straighten the left leg, point your toes, cross the left leg over the right, and turn to look at your left leg. So that's a side stretch on the left side. So we'll do that a couple more times on this side. So come back to all fours. Inhale, left leg straight back, reach it out, squeeze your glute on the left side. Exhale, knee to nose or knee toward elbow. Inhale, lengthen, keep the foot flexed. Exhale, knee toward left elbow. Inhale, lengthen, point, cross it over, and turn to look. One more time. Inhale, stretch it out, toes point down. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straight out, toes down. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, point. Cross it over to the right and turn to look. And this time, just take a couple breaths, holding here. Stretching up the left side. Okay, then come back to all fours. Maybe come down on your elbows and just rotate your wrists if that's, you're getting some, needs to shake that out. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just start by lengthening out your right leg parallel to the mat, toes face down, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, keep your toes down, take your right knee out and up toward the right elbow. Lengthen, point, and cross it over. Okay, then do 2 more rounds on your own. You remember how to do it? You want me to keep talking? You can do it, okay. Just move with your breath. And when you finish the 3rd time, you don't rush. Just stay with your own tempo. But on the 3rd time, hold as you look back at your left foot. And when you finish that the 3rd time in the hold, just come on back into a child's pose. We'll just meet there.
Just let everything sink down into the mat in child's pose. Support anything that needs supporting. Okay, then come back up into all fours and come onto your knees. So you can have your toes turned under or just be flat on your feet. We're gonna do camel, so that's a back bend, and we wanna strengthen the muscles up between, you know, if you're slumping in a chair or even standing, strengthen the muscles that bring the shoulder blades together on the back. So take your hands, palms on the sacrum in the back here. Okay, then draw your elbows together. Just so the muscles, they're called the rhomboid muscles, and you're up, draw your shoulder blades together. So that can feel kind of hard, but we're gonna strengthen those muscles. Camel, and camel is also a back bend, so you can stay right here, pressing down into the sacrum, and then lifting your chest all the while, drawing your elbows together. The full camel, I'm not sure that I can even do it, but is putting your hands on your heels or toward your heels and reaching back and up. So if that works with you, go ahead and do that. Or just continue drawing your shoulder blades together. A couple more breaths. Okay, then come forward, bring your hands to the mat, put your head on the mat, and then clasp your hands behind your back and lengthen them out, reach out and up. So notice here how that's drawing your shoulder blades strongly together on your back. This is like a yoga nidra. I think we did it last week, standing up. And just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, then let your hands come down. Walk your hands a little bit out in front. We're going to come down onto our bellies. So bring your shoulders over your wrists. Firm up your core, and we're going to lower down slowly, bending your elbows, keeping your elbows right next to your body. Chest comes down first, and then lengthen out your hips. So come onto your front body. And just rest your forehead on your stacked palms just for a couple breaths. We're going to move into locust. So just get back to your breath. And then bring your forehead to the mat. Your arms down by your sides with your palms facing inward in toward your thighs. Tops of your feet on the mat. So this is gonna, when we lift our upper chest, we're gonna bring our shoulder blades together to strengthen the muscles in the upper back. And when we lift our legs together and reach out, we're strengthening the muscles on the backs of our thighs, extending our legs. Okay, so let's start with the upper body. So on an inhale, press your front of your pelvis into the mat and lift on an inhale, bringing your arms up, reaching back. Don't worry about lifting your head so high, and look down at the mat in front of you. Okay, exhale down. Couple more times like that. Inhale, lift your chest, don't worry about high. Draw the shoulder blades together, keep your sacrum pressing in to the mat. Exhale down. And now we'll do the legs only. So, keep pressing the pubic bones into the mat. And on an inhale, point your toes and lift up your legs. Doesn't matter how high. Exhale down. One more time, lift on an inhale, lengthen out as you lift. Exhale down. Now, if it agrees with you, we'll do the arms, upper body, and the legs. Or you can do just the legs or just the upper body. Okay, so inhale, lift, whatever you're gonna lift, keep pressing down and lengthening out. And then exhale down. So do it a couple times in moving, just one breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then the next time as you inhale, you can either hold it and keep breathing. So inhale and exhale. Maybe lifting a little on the inhale, relaxing a little bit on the exhale. One more breath. And come down and rest on one cheek, doesn't matter which. Just rest, feel the energy moving around there. Just come back to that slow, deep, even breath. And then carefully bring your gaze back to center and come onto the other cheek. And rest some more. Okay, I sort of felt like I could just stay there. Okay, so come back to your all fours. Okay, and tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So kind of settle into down dog. So make sure your fingers are spread, you're pressing down so that there's a little suction cup on your palms. You can bend your knees a lot and reach your tailbone up toward the ceiling, and then try to straighten them a little bit. Don't lock. Make sure your neck is loose, so shake your head around. And then you can pedal your feet if that feels good, stretching the backs of the legs. And we're gonna come into a three-legged dog. So this is gonna engage your glute muscles, which are not engaged when you're sitting. So inhale, take your right leg up and reach it up. Reach it up. So this is why it's called three-legged dog. Keep breathing and reaching. Engage that right glute muscle. So squeeze it. Really extending that leg. And then bring the right leg down. Maybe take a couple pedals. And we'll do three-legged dog with the left leg. So inhale, lift the left leg. You might feel, this side might feel different. I'm going to cramp in my right side. Whew. Bring that left leg down. And now walk your hands back toward your feet. We usually go the other way. We're just going to try something different. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Come into a standing forward bend. Bend your knees as much as you want to, or it feels good. Let your head hang, draw your navel in and up. Get a little protection to your low back. And just hang You can hold the opposite elbows, maybe swing around a little bit. Come back to your breath. And now bring your hands to your shins, lengthen out, half forward fold, flat back, lengthen, exhale, fold, inhale, press into your feet, spread your fingers, activate your arms, come all the way up, palms touch, and come right down the midline to your heart center. Now we'll make our mountain pose. So feet are hip width apart, lift and spread your toes. Always take a little time to come into mountain from the foundation up. Don't rush it. Press into your feet. Take a little tuck in your tailbone and lengthen your side waist, lengthen up. Open your chest, roll your shoulders open, palms face front, spread your fingers, shoulders down from the ears. Bring your chin back just a tad and lengthen up. If you have the balance, close your eyes or just have a soft gaze just to help you stay in your body. Come back to your breath. Notice if any place you're gripping, and just let go of any tension, gripping that you don't need, because you're in nice line alignment. Follow your breath for 3 slow, deep, even breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, then open your eyes. We're going to do some side bending. So inhale, arms come up. Keep your fingers spread. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right arm by your right thigh. Left arm over your ear. Inhale, both arms up, side bend to the other side. So keep pressing into your feet, especially the outer leg. And go back and forth a few times. So you want to have your arm over your ears as much as possible. Okay, the next time you side bend toward the right, hold. Press into the left foot, out through the left fingertips. If you want to turn your gaze up toward your arm, and that feels good, go ahead. Send that in-breath all the way up the left side. And exhale, maybe you can soften a little bit more over. Okay, then inhale up. Exhale to the left. And just take a few breaths here. Seeing if your gaze wants to go up toward the hand. Press a little bit more into the right foot and out through the right fingertips. Okay, then inhale, come back up, come back to your mountain pose. We're gonna do something that's gonna strengthen our adductors. So take your right leg, right leg, and cross it over the left. So you're gonna bring the right foot over the left. This is balancy. So look at something that's
not moving. And this is we're gonna move toward eagle pose, which involves the legs being crossed, so that we're building up to it. So, squeeze the muscles in the inner thighs. So you're squeezing your legs together there. And you're gonna take a little bend in the right knee as you slowly, slowly come into a forward bend. If you wanna have a block in front to put your hands on, because this is balancing, but just come into a forward bend here. So the back leg, the left leg, keep a micro bend in that knee, but the right knee is gonna bend a little bit more. And just come in here. And as you're bending, squeeze those thighs together. Take a few breaths. And then come back up carefully. Yeah, you might want to have a chair nearby for some of the rest of the stuff we're doing. Okay, then we'll take the left foot over the right. And forward bend on this side. So this time, little micro bend, don't lock the left knee, but you bend the right knee more. And come forward. Squeeze those thighs together. And then carefully come back up. Yeah. That's balancy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to take the block for the next one and put the block between your thighs. It can be long or short, whichever way. Maybe it's a little, whatever way you want. All right. So again, these inner thigh muscles, the adductors, squeeze against the block. Good. And we're going to do a little one breath vinyasa. So we're going to inhale, squeeze the block lightly, arms come up, and then exhale, we're going to sit back into chair, but with our arms in cactus. Okay, we're going to move, inhale, exhale, so shoulder blades together as much as you can, squeeze the block. A couple more times, inhale, exhale, inhale. This time we're going to hold in chair with these arms. So squeeze your shoulder blades together, lightly squeeze the block, and breathe. One more breath. Okay, come out, very nice. So let's come back to mountain just for kind of to reconnect. So come into your mountain pose from the ground up. Close your eyes. Feel the energy. Notice your breath. It's probably speeding up a little bit. Come back to that slow, deep, even breath. Like we talked about last week, the stillness between the movement. Restore, replenish. Okay, now take your feet maybe a little, about hip width apart. Turn your right toes out. So we're going to step back into warrior one position. So there's space between your legs. Bend your left knee over your left ankle. Make sure your hips and shoulders are parallel to the front edge of the mat. Okay? And we're going to come into warrior one, but with different arms. So, so take your your arms out to the side. So your left leg is forward, so you're going to take your left arm under your right, and then bring your hands up and either bring the palms together, if that's available, or the palms back to back, or you can take hold of opposite shoulders, so whatever works for you. So once you've got, if you have your arms out in front, take your elbows and just reach them up a little bit. Now don't forget about your foundation. So your hips are squared to the front. Press down into your feet. And think about drawing your thighs energetically toward each other. And then you can take your gaze up or whatever you want. And once you get all these parts where you want them, just take 3 slow, deep, even breaths. Okay, now unwind your arms, step your right foot forward and just move. Move however your body is asking. Okay, other side. So left toes out, 45 degrees, step back. Take your right knee over your right ankle and get your hips squared, your shoulders squared. Now press down into your feet. Energetically think about moving your thighs toward each other. They're not going to move, it's just engaging muscles on the inside of your thighs. And then arms out to the side. Your right knee is forward, so take your right arm under your left. So these are eagle arms. And find your place here, get stable, and then take a few slow, deep, even breaths. Okay, then unwind, bring your left foot forward, move it out. Just whatever you want. Okay, now we're gonna put all those things together that we've been doing. Oh no, we gotta do one thing first. We gotta do some tightrope walking. So go to the back of your mat. Ooh. And so this is going to use the adductors, because bringing the right foot in front of the left, like we've done this left. So this is balance. So before you start, find your gaze point, something that's not moving. Lightly engage your core. You can do whatever you want with your arms, and just begin. You probably can't close your eyes doing this. I can't even do it. Okay. Keep breathing. Just one foot right in front of the other, and then when you get to the end of your mat, reverse it. Focus, 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 concentration. But not so serious. Just practicing. You're not 5 stories up in the air and between the buildings in New York City. I've seen someone doing that. It's terrifying. Okay. The next time when you get back to the back of your mat, then just take a few more steps to get back to the middle of your mat. And you're done. Okay, take it out. Now, we're gonna do the whole eagle pose. So, I think we're gonna start with just the leg part. So you'll notice that we've been building up to this with things we've been doing. So, you're gonna take your right leg and cross it over the left. So we did this earlier in a forward bend. You can come on your toes or whatever. You need to get balanced here. Press your thighs together. Get balance there. You can have a chair here too if you want. And then we're gonna bend the left knee a little more. Maybe take your left foot off the ground and press the bottoms, the lower legs together and your upper leg together, or just keep the toes on the ground, but bend your knees. Okay, so that's the bottom. And then the arms, since the right leg is on top, the right arm is gonna go under the other, or hold your shoulders. Might want to start there. And then you're looking at something that's not moving. Your core is engaged, and see if you can bend the knees and just come into a little bit of a seat. Squeeze those thighs together, squeeze them. If you come out, this is balance, so if you come out, just come back in. Okay, we're gonna keep trying a little bit more. Okay, come out. That was hard, huh?
Yeah.
But there's lots of ways you can do it. You can keep your feet on the ground. It's still good. So that was really good for the strengthening those inner thigh muscles. And now, guess what? You gotta do it on the other side. Okay. So this time, left foot crosses over. You can come onto the toes. I would say that's a good place to start. Then squeeze the upper thighs and also the lower legs together. And keep bending, and then if you want to add the arms, this time the left arm is going under. Couple more tries. Okay, unwind, come out. I think in the final pose, and maybe I wasn't really watching, but maybe someone here did it, you can hook the toes behind the, I can't do it, but that's a goal if anybody wants to go for that. Okay, shake it out. And we're gonna come down onto our backs. So, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, belly in, forward fold, bend your knees a lot. Bring your hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog, but not to stay. And inhale your knees to the mat. Feet out to one side and come on over to a seat. Have your block nearby. And lower down. Bring your belly in and just lower down onto your back. Take the block between your thighs. We're gonna do bridge with the block. So, knees bent, feet hip width apart, lightly press, don't do it hard, just lightly press, your legs against the block. Arms down by your side, just lift yourself up a little, bring your shoulder blades toward each other on your back. So just open your chest before we get going here. You're gonna spread your fingers, press them down into the mat. Inhale, press into your feet, bring your arms up overhead as you lift your hips. Not forcing. Exhale, arms come down, roll down from the top roll down one vertebra at a time, down. A few more moving bridges. So inhale, lift your thighs, press into the block, lengthen out right from your hips out through your knees as if you're stretching there. Keep your neck long, so chest rises toward your chin, not the other way around. And then, if you'd like to hold your bridge, you may do that. Or you can interlock your hands under your hips, keep squeezing the block, squeezing your glutes, lifting, lifting. A few more breaths, and if you're ready to come down whenever you want. Okay, then come down and take the block away. And we're going to do a final twist here, the figure 4 twist. So, straighten out your right leg, externally rotate, and bring your right ankle above your left knee. And take an inhale here. Your arms can be out to the side, palms facing up. Inhale, and then on an exhale, bring your belly in and let your legs move over toward the left. So your right foot's going to come toward the mat, the floor, and your left knee. So you're keeping the figure 4 orientation and just taking a twist with your legs like this. If something doesn't feel right, you can modify any way you want just to make the twist feel better. You can, and your gaze can be in the direction of your knees, or up to the ceiling, or out over your right shoulder. So we're just going to hold this for a little bit longer. Notice where you feel the stretch, send the breath everywhere. And exhale, find release somewhere. Slow, deep, even breath. Inhale, bring everything back up. Uncross your legs, bring your right foot to meet the left on the knee bent on the mat. Just recenter yourself, maybe tap the back of your sacrum a few times. Just come back to that center position. Raise your left leg, turn the toes out, and bring your left ankle above your right knee. Inhale, exhale, draw your navel in and up, and let your legs come over to the right. Gaze anywhere you want, doesn't have to be the same as the other side. And just
Release, relax, feel all the support from the ground. Slow, deep, even breath tells your body everything's okay, it can release. Okay, inhale, come back up. Take any pose before Shavasana, maybe a happy baby would feel good right here, or anything that you want to take. Take a little time to give your body what it would like, what it might be asking for. And if you need anything for Shavasana, just give me a sign, raise your hand or something, and I can bring it around to you. And here, what do you need? I can get you. Let me do it. You want to go ahead? They're right here. I can get it. No. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So just settle in. Shavasana. Maybe the most important part of practice. It gives your body a chance to integrate all the movements you've done, some of which are very unnatural to us, maybe not to the eagle, I don't know. So just feel the support of the mat. No energy expenditure, just surrender everything. Right in the moment, breath by breath.
So bring your awareness back to this space and begin to waken your body slowly, gently. And come up to sitting, either moving through lying on your side, if you'd like to rest there for a bit, or come up to a seat and just take a few moments to come back inside, as we did at the beginning, and notice your body physically, your emotions, your state of mind at the end of practice. Your breath, perhaps revisit your intention, and eventually bring yourself up to a seat. We're going to close our practice as we began it with 1 minute of bee breath. And I remembered when we did it, I haven't done it as a group for a long time, but the harmonies between our hummings it's kind of nice. Okay, so nice tall spine, and we're gonna do it for a minute. So inhale and then hum. Exhale, I invite you to bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space, and bow to your efforts today, your willingness to just listen to your body and be in the moment for an hour. And I thank you for sharing your humming and making kind of a song that we all contribute to. That's really uplifting and joyful. And I thank you for trusting me to lead you in practice. And the light and teacher in me bows to and honors the very same light and teacher in each of you. Namaste.